been singing songs and I've been working hard, trying to catch a shooting star.
Hey guys, welcome to the video. It is a speed build for penthouses because, well, City Living came out. Is it City Living or is it City Lit? Wait, City Living. I think it's City Living. I don't know. But it came out, and with that came penthouses, and it is pretty cool. The unfortunate part is it's basically like a lot on top of a building, but it does bring different aspects to it in ways, I guess. So I decided to go ahead and build a penthouse. I don't want to get out of breath here on the first 30 seconds. Like, oh my god. But basically I chose the one in, I think, Arts Quarter. Yeah, because it was smaller. Are there only 2 penthouses though in the city? I heard there was 3. There's 3, yeah, because the lounge counts as a penthouse, but it's not a penthouse then, it's a lounge. But yeah, so I actually had a lot of fun building this. It was actually quite tricky but I also found it easier. For the reason it was easier was because when I build houses, I'm not the great exterior builder. I'm not that good at it. I'm not good at house shapes, house layouts. It's not my thing. I'm working on it though. I'm getting there. But when you build, I'm sorry, I'm tired. Oh my god. When you build a penthouse exterior, you have limits. And you don't really need to have a cool shape of a house, and you don't need in a huge exterior because you look like the apartment. It's pretty simple in ways, I would say. I mean, sure, you can go extravaganza, but you're not going to have like a normal little house on top of a apartment building. It doesn't make sense. So usually it's a lot easier. So this house actually changed a lot from what you're seeing right now. I mean, it did keep the base of it, but I worked on it and like it was all right. But then my dad came in and he was watching me do it, building this, and he was like, let me help you. He's like, this doesn't look good. So he was helping me with the outside, kind of helping me fix it up, and honestly, it looked way better. Another thing is, I'm so bad at layouts. Like, where do I put the stairs? What do I do with the rooms? Do I make it open concept? Do I close other rooms? How do I figure out how I want to do this? So bad at it, guys. I'm so bad. This is why, like, I want to be an interior designer when I'm older, most likely. That may change, but right now it's where I'm heading. But when it comes to exterior, I just can't do it. And people are like, you should be an architect because they get paid more. And I'm like, but I can't do that-ish. So I'm going to stick with the insides. The inside, I definitely have I noticed that even though I'm good at interior, I still have a lot of faults. And it could just because I'm limited to a game. Like, this house had a lot of brown in it, and I realized that. The downstairs had a lot of brown, but I was going for a rustic lofty theme, and usually it tends to be that way. I changed the kitchen up last minute, like very last minute. I ended up changing all of it to black because I needed a different color than just brown, and I wanted to keep the brick wall and the light blue wall. I thought it looked nice. But I did keep kind of a theme of blue all throughout the house. Not really, though. The rooms are not. The rooms are like my free zone. I'm like, it would be nice to follow the theme of the house, but I don't need to. So, and I try to use a lot of the new content that City Living came with. It actually came with quite a bit of furniture that I love. As you guys can see, all the windows that you see now are most likely going to change. So yeah. And I noticed that when you go into Penthouse, they put the walls on the tallest, and I was like, I never build the tallest walls because I find it difficult with the furniture. But when I was doing this, I didn't realize they were tall until halfway through, and then I was like, oh, wow, look at me. I'm actually building with tall walls. I never do that. I always have it on the shortest wall, sometimes medium, but normally my shortest. But the difficulty with tall walls is the furniture isn't the same. Pictures, windows, stuff like that, it's harder to, I guess, put furniture in. And I didn't notice, but so I was like, I wonder what this house looks like with the short walls. I put it on the short walls, and I tell you that it looked like the dumbest thing on that building. With the apartment building having short walls looks stupid. So recommend you don't doing it. I mean, if you can make it look good, good for you, but I could not. And a lot of this house actually has like clear windows, so you can look at the city, because if you're living in a penthouse, you want to see the view. There's no other reason why. I mean, like, why would you not want to see the view? So I made sure there was lots of windows. I couldn't get rid of this. Like, the stupid trim around the apartment roof would not go away. You know how irritating that it was? So irritating. And let me tell you guys something. Do you see these chairs at this dining table? My heart exploded when I saw this color choice, because I saw the chairs before and I was like, they're kind of tacky. They're not that cute. They're kind of like in a rundown apartment. But then I saw there was black ones with the wood seats, and I have seen these chairs in person, and I have to tell you, I love them. I love everything about them. I think they are they're just so like apartment-y and lofty, and I love that style. I love New York style. I don't know if that's the proper term, but I'm gonna use it. I think it is just, I love that style of these kind of apartments. So those chairs just lightened my mood, and I was just so pleased with them. That carpet over there actually changes to a blue carpet last minute because I realized it matched the room better. So here was my dilemma. I was like, where do I put the TV? And I was finally smart enough to think differently than I normally would. And I put it over here in the corner, and I tilted it, and I put it at an angle, and I use these new couches that are so freaking cute. I love it. I love it. I was looking for a dark blue, but then I was like, I don't know. And it changed a lot. Oh my god, we're only 6 minutes in, guys. Whew. That new tile, as you see in the kitchen, I actually put it kind of more in the house. You'll see it like I put it in like as a like when you walk in, there's tile there, and I put it, I don't know what I did. There's actually a lot of outside space in this house too. I think there's 3 sections where you can sit outside. So there's the backyard, even though it's not a backyard, but you know what I mean. Then we have like a little like area right here outside this door that you see over there, and then there's also whatchamacallit, upstairs there is like a porch, or is it a porch? Is it called a porch? No, it's not. That's on the floor. It was a balcony. That's the word I was looking for. So there's a bunch of that. Alright, so where are we at? Yeah, this is where I'm saying there's a lot of brown, and I definitely think it's the floor. But I got the hiccups. I didn't know what to do with it though. Jesus, I'm yawning so much. I'm so sorry. I actually wanted to talk a little bit more about city living and kind of get in depth with it. So, I've been playing the game for a little bit more than, let's see, I would say 2 weeks now? Almost 2 weeks. And, yeah, I think 2 weeks, yeah. I think the expansion pack, I think the reason why it took them so long was the city itself, because the layout of the map, okay, the map that we can play is quite small, but the world itself is huge. If you look in all directions, there's something there, it's happening, which means they had to create that. That's what I think took quite a while, and all the little details such as there's people all walking around, even in places that you can't play, as well as cars driving, there's trains going, there's tons of things happening in the background that we can't reach. And that's where I say the world itself is small for us, because we do have 5 cities. But in those cities, we just have the playable little area in front where there's food stands. Then we have our apartment and probably 2 or 3 other buildings around that are playable as well. And I will say it's a bigger world than we have. I don't know, Windenburg is, I want to say bigger in ways. I think it's slightly bigger. But city living is quite a big map, I will say. But what a lot of people are discussing is how it is quite a small, if you think about it. Because, so the point, what everyone wants to see in the game is more depth to the game, not just new ways to do the same thing. We want to expand the game into something that's more rich and full of a game. and I'm not complaining. I love The Sims 4. I'm speaking of this as a, I would almost say review and statistical point of view, but I'm not judging it and I'm not hating on it because I love the game. I play it like crazy. I think they did, I'm going to say this full frontal before that, I think they did a phenomenal job on the expansion pack, and I applaud them for all their hard work they've done, and I am very appreciative of what they have done for us. But what I do want to add, and no one from EA is ever going to watch this video, but if they did, the problem is a lot of people just want more depth to the game, and they've probably seen LGR's video where he talks about this, where he's called it like 2 years of meh, or something like that. And honestly, I agreed with it 100%. The game... let me tell you guys something about the build real quick. I was watching myself and I realized the rooms were actually super freaking huge. And I didn't realize how much space I actually had. So I had to make them a lot smaller. If you guys saw, the bedroom was huge before, and I was like, oh, I did not need that much space. I actually took out a lot of the video where I fixed up the rooms, or the windows and the outside, so you can see that it's quite different than it was. But back to what I was saying, this expansion pack brought a lot of new things to do, but it didn't bring more depth to the game. It brought festivals, and that was one of the big aspects of this pack. And I will say, the festivals are fun. I enjoy going to them. I think it brings a little bit more something new to do, something that's kind of like you look forward to going to, possibly. I'll get back to that. But you have something that will affect their week, and it won't be the same kind of thing every freaking week. So that adds some depth to the game. But they are repetitive. Once you've been to them a few times, you're like, I don't really need to go, or it's not that fun. But they do make a strong point. As I was reading one of the articles from a sim guru, they said, you still can't do everything in one visit, because if you go to, like, let's say, Gamescom, I'm pretty sure it's called Gamescom. Is it called Gamescom? The one with all the sciencey stuff and computers and stuff, that one. They said, let's say you want to compete in the gaming, right? Your sim most likely, the first time, unless they're already like level 10 gaming, can't win that right off the bat. They can't. I mean, if they do, that's awesome, but in my experience, the first time I went, we didn't win. The second time I went, we didn't win because I wasn't that high in those levels. So that's something you can't complete right off the bat. So I definitely think that's something that wants you to do it again, as well as other things in other festivals like that. But there are some, like the, I'm trying to think of, like Humor and Hijinks Festival. How do I want to say this? So basically, the festivals they can get repetitive, and you've done them multiple times, but I do think they are a way to meet new Sims and kind of just get out of the typical home that you're in and just do different things. So I like the festivals, I do, but they can get repetitive. But another thing is apartments. Apartments brought a whole new thing to the game. But if you think about it, did it really bring more depth to the game? I want to say no, it didn't. It's different, yes, and I love apartments, and I've wanted them for so long. But these apartments, they feel a lot like living in a home, but on a tall lot. And I don't know why I feel that way about it. I just always get the feeling that I'm still at home with my Sims, but I'm just surrounded by more people. So it is a great thing. I'm so glad we have apartments. I love it. I love them. I love them to death. But the only thing is, it didn't bring more depth. Bleh, that's a hard word to say. Then I guess people wanted, and I'm speaking from everyone's point of view, not just mine. From what I've heard, other standpoints. I love it nonetheless, but there are things with it that could have been done better, which weren't, but that's okay. They did what they thought was good, and I love it nonetheless, so yeah. But basically, if you think about it, that's really all we got in the expansion pack. I know we got more diversity, which props, beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. Round of applause for that, because some people are saying they don't like the clothes. I personally love it because they're different and they kind of fit everyone's category and bring more diverse into the game, and I love that. So I definitely think that was my sell point on the game, honestly. That's mine. The diversity and some of the apartments definitely brought me in to want this game. But I won't say this is the best EA has ever done, but I won't say it's the worst. But out of the 3 expansion packs that have come out, I want to say this one is the best so far. But when you look at through all the expansion packs, you don't get a lot, honestly. I don't know. Sims 4, they started off weak. They did. And they know it. The game wasn't finished, and that's where their problems standed. They started off with an unfinished game, and they're trying to build and fix that, but it's still unfinished because we're missing things. The depth of the game itself, we're missing that. And I think that's what the game lacks, and is what people miss. And it sucks, like, that the game just, it doesn't feel the same as Sims 3 it did, or Sims 2. I didn't play Sims 2 as much, but from what I can tell, it was a great game from what I've played. But Sims 3, I always felt like it always had a good thing to it. Like, I never got bored with The Sims 3. Unfortunately, I don't play it as much only because loading screens take way too long, and that's what makes me uninterested in the game, unfortunately. And because of the lag, and because graphics are so different now and I'm so used to The Sims 4. But I never get bored playing The Sims 3. And The Sims 4, I can and I will get bored. But I will say I do play this game constantly. I'm still always playing it. And maybe that's because I just like to run things. So I feel like I can do that in the game. And I'm very hopeful towards this. I think it's a great game, and I think it can be brought into many awesome things, and I think they're doing a great job. I applaud them. I have nothing against them. I'm not a person who is going to hate on this. These are just my opinions and what I think. It's just like a critical review with love, of course. So those are my thoughts on it, as well as other people's thoughts from what I've heard. Yeah, but I love the game, as you can tell. I love building in the game. I thought they did phenomenal on building objects. There's some great new ones, so I'm proud of that. Here's where I changed the kitchen to all black to add some more color, I guess, even though it's not really, but like, it's a different brown, so it works. But as you can see, I kind of did a blue theme throughout and a kind of a lighter blue outside, and I used a lot of new Perfect Patio stuff because I haven't built with that yet, because I did get it on sale for $5. I thought the pack was worth 5, not 10, so gotta get it. But yeah, as you can see, the windows actually changed, so they're more open, and you can see the city more. I know I haven't really talked about the video itself. So as you guys saw in the rooms upstairs, we had 3 bedrooms. We had the master, we had one with a full bed, and then one with a twin bed. And I actually used like those little flower stickers, and I put them all over the wall to make it just pretty. And then I used actually these lights that came with City Living that they usually use in like, I don't know, but I used them there because I needed something on the wall, and I know it looks kind of ratchet with like the one in the middle there, but I had to make it work, okay? Yeah, you can change it. But this is on the gallery if you want to download it yourself. It is under my origin, which is Kirsten 1050. That's my origin. So if you want to check it out, you should. You make sure you enable custom content. There is no custom content in this house. I don't know why, but anytime I build, even if there's no sign of custom content, it still says there is custom content. But I promise you, there's not. So just make sure you enable it and you'll be able to download it. I promise you there's no custom content in it, so you're all good to go. Yeah, so there's that. I should do a current household video. Should do one of those, huh? Maybe I'll film that after. I tried to make like a garden out here, but honestly, it didn't turn out that well. So you guys can do whatever you want with it. Make it your garden, specialize it to your perspective. Or, no, that's not the right word. Just, yeah. I hope you guys actually, I think this house, penthouse, was around 120,000. It's expensive, guys. I was literally just done with the walls, and it was already at 60,000. And I said, what? It's because if it's a penthouse, like, obviously it's going to be way more expensive. But it is kind of expensive, but it is doable for the Sims 4, I will say. It's pretty easy. A lot of people say it's easy to get money and stuff in the Sims 4. I don't know. My Sims are always struggling, I feel like. I mean, they always have a decent amount of money, but, like, I can never move into bigger houses, so I'm always stuck in, like, little homes or whatever. But, yeah, so that is the house. What else can I say? These are the rooms. Look how cute that little red room is. I love it. Like, there's so much, I don't know. It's, like, weird, but I love it. And those carpets, can I just say I love them. In this room, I tried to make a kind of like a family room with the TV and stuff. I think I added a karaoke bar, and there's a karaoke bar. No. I added a karaoke thing in there. And, that bedroom's so cute too. The new beds and stuff, I love them all. Like, the color choices are great. I feel like there's not a lot of color choices I can match stuff with, but they're cute anyways. I said that really weird. I'm sorry. Sorry. What else? What else, guys? What else? Those chairs. Those are so cute. I live for them. I use them. I think I use them downstairs in the living room as well. I think in front of that fireplace. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end this up though and just probably put in some music or something because I don't know what else to talk about. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This penthouse video actually took me 4 hours of build time. It is obviously fast forward, but like 4 freaking hours. I think it took me almost a week to do it because I did like the first almost 3 hours one day and then I finished it the other day. Because I was like, I need a break. Because basically all I had to do was decorate and then do this room. And I can't build everything all at once. Because if I do, then I start, like, I kind of get uninterested. And then I kind of just throw things in a room and I don't actually decorate it. So, I kind of did that with this room. But I think it turned out nice. So, I mean, that's all that matters, right? Yeah, and yeah. I was going to put stuff in that lobby area and I decided not to. And then, like, you know, it's one thing that, like, irritates me for spray painting. You have to, like, place down the mural thing. Like, no, I just want to spray paint. Like, why can't I have, like, a little spray paint bag and then place the mural from my bag? No, I have to go into game mode. Like, that's dumb. I should be able to spray paint wherever I want. And maybe you can place it in your inventory. I'm not sure, honestly. I haven't really played around with it either. So maybe I'm complaining about something I know nothing about. Don't do that. Don't complain about things you're not educated about. Done me. I should have. Let's just forget. I'm gonna go play with it and see if I can figure it out myself. But if you guys enjoyed this video, I'm gonna go do a current household video because why the heck not? So I'm gonna go do that. I will see you all next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to go download this, go ahead and in the description down below, I will have a link, or I'll have my origin ID in case you forget what it was, but it is Kirsten1050. Go and look me up, enable custom content, and download this and put it in your house. And if you use it, go ahead and send me screenshots of your Sims in it, because that'd be cool. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.